All right, so right now, if you look at our little guy here, when we move our arrows, he moves very linearly, all right, which isn't great. So it'd be nicer if he kind of sped up and then and also slowed down. So that's actually a relatively easy thing to do. So what we're going to do is, and just to give you an idea, let me go to the actions here. Go to my actions. You see when up or down or any of these are pressed, it's just adding 5 every frame, which just leaves it 1 speed. So what we need to do is add to it each frame in order to increase the speed. So we're gonna have to make a couple of variables. Okay, so we'll leave these first ones up here, and we're just gonna make a couple of new ones. So we're gonna make a variable for the speed. So we're gonna do variable, and we'll call it x speed, all right, for its speed going left and right. And we're gonna make that a number. That way it has high enough resolution. It just means it can be, instead of whole numbers like integers, it can be like 1.1 or 0.05 or whatever. And we're gonna go ahead and initially set this to a value of 0, right? Because obviously if we're starting off, there's not going to be any it's going to start off at 0, right? Because there's no speed. So then we'll also do another variable for a speed. Actually, I'll call it x speed multiplier, which will also be a number. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to be the number that's added on every time in order to increase its speed. So I'm going to do 2.5. Okay, so we're going to start with this number speed, but then every frame it's going to add on this x speed multiplier. So for the first frame it'll be 0.25, then the next frame it'll already have been 0.25, so it'll be 5, and then the next frame it'll already been 5, so it'll be 7.5. It'll actually increase as it goes by this multiplier. Okay, so the larger this number, the quicker it's going to pick up speed. That's the idea. Now I'm not going to worry about this up and down press. We're actually going to take these off in a second. In a little bit. I'm only worried about left and right position. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to take out this background.x and all that business, and we're going to do x speed is going to be minus equals the speed x speed multiplier. Okay. So basically it's just going to say, subtract. In this case, it would move it to the left, because remember 0 is going in that direction. And then I'm just going to copy this, Control C, and paste it here, Control V. But this time it's going to not be minus equals, it will be plus equals. Okay. So that's fine. This isn't going to do anything because it's not actually adding to it yet. So we need to actually add that to the thing itself. Okay. Now, we need to do a couple of other things. So I actually need to add this to the background, but I can't just add this x speed. That won't really work because I need to have something that's going to actually hold the value of where the background is in order for that to work. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make both of them right off the bat for both y and x, even though I'm not setting it up yet. So we're going to do variable, and we're going to do back position x. All right, and we'll make that a number, and we're going to initially set that to 0. Okay, and then we're going to do another variable called back position y, which will also be a number, and we'll set that to 0. You're going to see that this is actually going to get changed, but it's not a terrible starting spot. Okay, so so this is basically what this variable is going to hold. This is the actual number that we're going to give it. It's its back and y position. All right, so it's going to run those, and then there we go. It's going to run those, and then what we want to do is have the back position x is going to be minus equals the x speed. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then from there, we're going to have the actual background.x equal its X position is actually going to equal the back position X. Okay. And we'll also just go ahead and do this too, just to get out of the way. Background dot Y will set equal to back position Y. Okay. Oops, and I gotta put a semicolon on here too. Alright. So the idea again is, we can ignore these for now, but that X speed is going to increase or decrease. So it'll decrease if you're going left, increase if you're going right, by this amount each frame. So, and it'll keep storing that number back in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever that currently is, that value of X speed, and put it into this back position. So it's going to add or remove to it. And then that's actually what's going to go into the background X here. So we'll hit Control Enter, and you can see it is indeed increasing. All right, but you'll see once I push it, it just keeps going. But you can see it gets faster and slower. Okay, which is fine. There's two problems here. One of them is that. The other one is you can see where it's starting, and I'll explain that one in a second. So what we need to do is we need to add something that's going to slow us down. So what we're going to do is do a let's see, go up here, and I have this X speed multiplier. We're going to do another variable called X speed divider. Okay, and this is just going to divide it by a certain amount. And that's going to be of the type number as well. And we're going to set that one equal to 0.75. All right. So, and I'm going to put this just above that, and it's just going to be X speed. Oop, not speed. Speed is going to be X speed is going to be times equal the X speed division. So yeah, the way this is going to work is that every time we hold down the key, it's going to right down here. Sorry, every time we hold down the left or right press button, it's going to basically add to the X speed that amount on top of itself and increase it. So kind of not exponentially, but it'll keep doing that. Once while that whole thing is happening, every frame also, it's going to take X speed and it's going to multiply it times this speed division. And what that means is that it's going to take whatever it is and multiply it times 0.75. So let's say we pressed it and we get all the way up to hang on a second. We get all the way up to let's say 15, right? And then let's say we let go of the key, just so you get the idea. What's going to happen is it's going to run through this in one frame. It's going to take that speed, right? So that was 15. And on the first time, so we'll do 15, it's going to multiply it times 0.75. So then the next frame, instead of increasing by 15, it's going to increase by 11.25. The next frame is going to get calculated again by 0.75. And then it's going to be 8.43. And then again by 0.75. And you can see it's going to slowly come to a halt, basically. And that's the idea. So let's go ahead and hit Control Enter. And now you should see if you hit the arrow key, it'll help decrease the total speed. And it also helps it slow down. Alright. So that works a little bit better. I need to make this move a little faster here. I'm not real super pleased with the speed of this. Let's go to the actions, and I'm just going to go to my speed multiplier, and let's try 5.5. That might be too high. That's a little better. Yeah, I'll just go with that. Now, the other issue you're going to notice is that you can see this is right up to the top now, this background. The reason for that is this. If you remember, right now, if I look at this thing's position, it's right here. Its Y position is 524. Okay? Let's go a little bit higher. Let's see. Okay, so now it's roughly, it's 498. So that's actually where the Y position is. In my code, I set the Y position here, because this gets set right here. I set it to 0. So let's go ahead and just change this to 500. And then you'll see it will be where you probably wanted it. Okay? So that works a little bit better. Alright, good. So now it's kind of moving. It's got a little more sway back and forth. I'm a little bit happier with that. Let's see, what else do we want to do? So it might be good to have some collisions. Let's see. I gotta think about how I want to do that. Let's do collisions first, and then what we'll do is we'll do gravity afterwards. Okay, that way you can kind of get the idea a little bit better. So we'll do that in the next video because that's a whole nother kind of thing to do. But basically, we're going to make it so that our character, when it hits the wall, it will bump up against it, and it won't allow us to do that. Okay. Yeah.